Suffering losses in investments is the fate of 90% of the population. Finding real gold in 2026 is a privilege of the 10%. In real estate, there's a rule. When supply is limited by waterfront land, money stops mattering. I'll show you 6 homes in New Jersey from $15.9 to $24.75 million that grew in value faster than your crypto portfolio. And I'll explain why oceanfront land can't be printed like dollars. Let's go. These aren't just houses. These are assets where every foot of coastline is a scarcity that the Fed can't multiply. Jersey Shore and Alpine in 2025 to 2026 are showing 6 to 10% plus growth. The median in the premium segment is skyrocketing due to limited supply and influx of quiet money. Taxes here aren't a burden, they're the price of club membership, where return on investment is measured not in years, but in seasons. Let's start with Seagirt at $15.9 million. Direct access to 200 feet of private beach. This lot has grown 8 times in value over the last 20 years. They don't build glass boxes here, they build fortresses. Taxes of $30,000 a year are the entry ticket to a zone where median prices jumped 8% in a year. New building permits right at the water's edge aren't being issued anymore. This is an asset for those who hide capital in eternal values. Now Alpine, the wealthiest zip code on the East Coast. Average home price, $8 million. Average. This home at $18 million sits on 5 acres behind gates. This is a zone of absolute silence and security. One of the largest home theaters in Bergen County with 30 seats. Taxes, $135,000. Sounds like a lot? No. Price growth in Alpine was plus 10.6% in a year. Neighbors are Chris Rock, Diddy, Jay-Z. Buying this house, you're buying information that arrives here before Bloomberg terminals. 15 minutes to Manhattan, and you're in the center of the world. Next is Mantaloking at $18.75 million. New 2025 construction on Barnegat Bay Lagoon. This is the wealthiest corner of the shore in the state. A lagoon lot is a strategic choice. Deep water for your yacht right at your doorstep, but without the ocean storm surge. Neighbors are top executives and Olympic champions. Tax is only $23,000. You own nearly a $19 million asset, but pay less than for an apartment in Manhattan. Segment growth, 7% plus. Summer rental pays for annual maintenance in 2 months. Now attention, antique real estate. Mawa, $19 million. The legendary Crocker Mansion from 1907. 50,000 square feet on 12 acres. This isn't a house, it's a work of art that appreciates like Leonardo da Vinci paintings. Grand halls, libraries, fountains. Taxes, $248,000 a year. Yes, you're paying for police to arrive in 2 minutes, and for neighbors who make decisions on a global scale. Price growth in Bergen County, 9 to 10%. Historic estates double in value due to uniqueness. They simply aren't being built anymore. This is a dynasty asset that you'll pass to your grandchildren, worth more than you paid. Rio Vista Drive in Alpine, Billionaires Row. Home at $23.5 million with views of an exclusive golf club. Infinity pool over a cliff, full spa center, massage room. This is 5-star hotel level that belongs only to you. Taxes, $175,000. You're paying for security and neighbors whose names open any doors. The scarcity of southern views makes the lot super stable. You can always exit this asset with profit because demand for the best view in Alpine will never disappear. And the finale, $24.75 million. 21,000 square feet of ultra-modern luxury from 2017. Solar panels, Venetian plaster, marble bridges instead of stairs, and 9 fireplaces. This is the peak of Rio Vista prestige. Neighbors are top elite, whose names appear in headlines about mergers and acquisitions. Taxes, $185,000. The combination of modern architecture and land scarcity will ensure 10% plus growth. In any crisis, this house will be worth more than your crypto portfolio. So you have 2 portfolios. In the first, charts that fall when Elon Musk writes a tweet. In the second, oceanfront land that can't be printed and can't be hacked. What do you choose? Red candles on a screen or keys to a house on Rio Vista? Write in the comments your choice, ocean or mountains, Seagirt or Alpine. And if you're still sitting in crypto, write honestly how much you've already lost in the last year. Like if you're into this analysis without fluff. Subscribe if you want to see more assets that grow while the market falls. See you at the next location. You could owe the entire world $100 million, but in Texas, no one has the right to take your home. No one, ever. It is the only state in the U.S. where homestead laws turn your real estate into a legal vault. While the rest of America seizes property for debt, Texas protects its own. Today, we're breaking down 6 properties in the world's 8th largest economy that are currently shattering price records. Let's dive in. Number 1, the Oil Baron's Nest, $15 million, Houston. This is River Oaks, a gated enclave established in the 1920s for the oil elite. The true value here isn't just the finishings, it's the scarcity of the land. Lots in this quarter almost never hit the open market. Inside, a strict HOA code prohibits subdividing lots, preserving the ultra-low density of a century ago. This ensures a townhouse will never sprout up in front of your window. Since 2018, the entry price has surged by 50%. A $160,000 annual tax bill is simply your membership fee to a club where the future of the global energy sector is decided behind closed doors. Number 2, the Power Manifesto, $29,900,000. Highland Park is a sovereign-like enclave within Dallas, boasting its own police force and school district. Inside, driven by the massive migration of headquarters from California, Oracle, Tesla, HP, demand here outweighs supply 4-to-1. By acquiring this asset, you are investing in educational capital. Highland Park ISD schools consistently rank in the top 1% nationally, making this property more liquid than most blue-chip stocks. Furthermore, the absence of state income tax effectively makes the mansion free for major business owners through massive tax savings. Number 3, the Private Island, $27 million, Dallas, Park Lane. Located in Preston Hollow, the neighborhood of George Bush. The primary asset here is 3.2 acres of contiguous land. Inside, as Dallas trends toward high-density infill development, finding a lot of this size 15 minutes from downtown is nearly impossible. This is a land bank in its purest form. The architecture is integrated into the landscape to provide 100% privacy from drones and paparazzi. A 40% value appreciation over 5 years is just the baseline. Investors are eyeing these lots to build $50 million plus mega estates. Number 4, Trophy Architecture, $24,500,000, Hunters Glen Road. A 2025 new construction masterpiece by the cult favorite firm SHM. Inside, Texas is currently obsessed with functional modernism. You aren't just buying bricks, you're buying an engineering ecosystem. Hospital-grade air filtration, autonomous energy, Tesla Powerwall 3, and AI-integrated smart home systems. With build costs up 30% in 2 years, the replacement value creates a hard floor for the price. We project a $35 million valuation within 5 years as tired legacy mansions lose out to these high-tech fortresses. Number 5, Quiet Luxury, $21 million, Highland Park, Crescent Avenue. A location reserved for old money and philanthropists. There is zero pass-through traffic. The street layout was intentionally designed to be a maze for outsiders. Inside, the $20 million entry barrier serves as a filter against nouveau riche volatility. Crescent Avenue is famous for its recession-proof stability. It hasn't seen a significant price drop in 30 years. It's the ultimate vehicle for a 1031 exchange. The intel gathered over dinner with a billionaire neighbor often carries a higher ROI than the $170,000 property tax. Number 6, the Sovereign Principality, $24 million, Broad Oaks Ranch, 1,245 acres, an estate larger than half of Monaco. This is the ultimate move in tax strategy. Inside, thanks to the ag exemption, agricultural appraisal, if you have cattle grazing or timber growing, your tax bill plummets from hundreds of thousands to a symbolic $8,000. It is a legal way to hold a massive chunk of the world's 8th largest economy for the cost of a truck payment. In an era of global instability, this isn't just a home, it's a sovereign ark that can't be printed, devalued, or frozen. Now you see, in Texas, a home isn't a liability, it's a legal bulletproof vest for your capital. But here's the question. 99% of investors will choose wrong and just chase a pretty facade. What about you? Would you take the historic Houston mansion for the oil lobby connections, or the 1,200-acre private kingdom with taxes lower than a parking ticket? Drop your choice in the comments and justify it. Let's see who thinks like a strategist and who's just a tourist. Subscribe. We look at the world through the eyes of the major players. Texas decides. See you at the top.
Do you know why the world's wealthiest people spent decades sitting under the rain in Medina? It's all about the math they don't advertise. Washington State has 0% state income tax. It's the ultimate safe haven for billions. But the era of the old giants is over. Gates and Bezos have moved on, leaving behind the most prestigious plots on the planet. I've selected 5 properties where your status will grow faster than Apple's market cap. And make sure to watch until the end, because the 5th lot is worth buying just for a single handshake with a neighbor that could pay for the house in a week. Let's go! Modern minimalism on Evergreen Point for $15,980,000. Property taxes here are about $130,000 a year. This is your entrance ticket to the upper echelon. You are looking at a 2024 build, the epitome of high-tech minimalism. Medina is currently seeing a massive construction boom. Old 90s estates are being leveled to make way for these glass, steel, and stone masterpieces. You are buying this property fresh off the line. The tax assessment for this land grows by 8% annually, regardless of the market. Within a 2-minute radius live Amazon top executives and venture capitalists whose names don't appear in Forbes, but whose signatures are on billion-dollar checks. It's the perfect spot for networking right during your morning jog. The Statement House on 79th Place for $16,996,000. Taxes are $140,000 a year. This isn't just a home, it's an architectural manifesto. The floor-to-ceiling panoramic glass is designed so Lake Washington becomes part of your interior, while multi-level gardens keep you completely hidden from prying eyes. Properties on this street are a rare find. Investors call this trophy real estate. In the last 7 years, the price per square foot here has skyrocketed by 110%. Usually these homes are snapped up by founders right after an IPO. Medina is where you solidify your success in concrete. The neighborhood demands excellence. 2 houses down lives Jeff Wilkie, the man who was Jeff Bezos' right hand for years. Medina Classics on 28th Place for $21,950,000. Moving on to the heavy artillery. Almost $22 million. Taxes are $180,000. This is classic luxury at its finest. A massive private lot, impeccable landscaping, and interiors worthy of a global corporate headquarters. The cost of ownership is high, but the asset truly works. Rental potential for top-tier executives is up to $70,000 a month. This is the heart of Old Medina. Your neighbors will be people like Charles Simonyi, the man who created Microsoft Office. Here, they don't just live, they shape the future of the global economy behind closed doors. The Ghost of Mercer Island for $28 million. We are heading outside Medina to Mercer Island. The address is hidden even in private databases, a sure sign that the owner isn't looking for casual visitors. For this price, you get a private shoreline and your own dock for a 100-foot yacht. People go to Mercer Island when Medina starts feeling too small. You need scale here. Waterfront lots on the island are a vanishing species. Capitalization over the last 20 years has exceeded 400%. This is where the late Paul Allen, co-founder of Microsoft, lived. You are entering a location with a staggering concentration of intelligence and cash per acre. The King of Evergreen Point for $29,999,000. The finale. The king of the market for $30 million. Property taxes, $250,000 a year. The most legendary address in the entire Pacific Northwest. Why is it so expensive? In Medina, every inch of shoreline is worth as much as a New York penthouse. You are paying for the ability to dock your speedboat 30 feet from your bedroom. This is an asset with 100% liquidity. Homes like this vanish from the market in days through private off-market deals. Bill Gates used to run the show here. Now that his estate is sold, the neighborhood has been taken over by crypto whales and fintech stars. Right next door lives Steve Ballmer, owner of the Clippers and former CEO of Microsoft. Living on Evergreen means being able to walk over to the world's richest people to borrow a cup of sugar and close $1 billion deal by the pool. There are no accidental people in Medina. Every fence here protects trillions of dollars. Gates and Bezos have cleared the field, and now it's your move. Where will you park 30 million? In a quiet headquarters on Mercer Island, or a bold facade on Evergreen Point to immediately announce yourself to your billionaire neighbors? Tell me in the comments where you would hold your first market takeover meeting. Subscribe if you think like a corporate owner, not just a spectator. See you at the top. Forget Aspen as a ski resort. The ultra-wealthy don't buy ski passes, they buy the mountains. While tourists are stuck in lift lines, the elite are looking down on them from $300 million fortresses. I'm about to show you 6 estates that turn the Rockies into private kingdoms. Let's ride. Number 1, the Alpine Minimalist. We begin our ascent at 296 Glen D Road in McLean Flats. This is for those who hate clutter and demand total visual control. This house is an architectural arrow piercing the horizon with a 360-degree panorama of the Rockies. The price tag? $35 million. In Calabasas, that gets you a mansion with a view of your neighbor's fence. Here, you own the entire valley. It is a gallery for an art collection that likely costs more than the foundation itself. Number 2, the Village Crown. Next, we head to Vail. If you want everything at once, 100 Vail Road is the only address that matters. This is the epicenter of alpine supremacy. Pure, elite-level ski-in, ski-out access. You don't travel to the slopes start at your terrace. The price tag? $68 million. This is a zero depreciation asset in a location that incinerates the competition. While LA chokes on smog, you are breathing crisp air at 8,000 feet. This is for the boss whose time is worth thousands per minute. Number 3, the Modern Titan. Located at 1011 Ute Avenue, right at the base of Aspen Mountain. This isn't just housing, it's an engineering masterpiece. We are talking private bowling alleys, tennis courts, and a spa area that makes 5-star hotels look cheap. The price tag? $75 million. This is technological doping. A house that anticipates your every desire before you even feel it. While others invest in square footage, you are investing in a total, high-tech sensory experience. Number 4, the Gated Sanctuary. Also at $75 million, we enter Starwood, Aspen's only gated community with private armed security. 401 Carroll Drive is for those who value privacy over publicity. This is a personal fortress. While Beverly Hills deals with paparazzi, your peace is guarded by an elite service and acres of private forest. This is the choice for people whose signatures move global markets. You are buying a guarantee that the world will never bother you. Number 5, the Summit Sentinel, 125 Rooney Circle, the Olympus of Red Mountain. This home is a literal observatory of success, designed so every inch of space feeds your ego. From these floating terraces, you look down on the town like it is a chessboard. The price tag? $99 million. You are paying for the ego view. In Aspen, a view from Red Mountain is a privilege of the gods. Your only witness here is the sky. Total, absolute isolation in the most expensive zip code in the country. Number 6, the final boss, the king of Aspen, 161 Stillwater Drive. We are at the top of the food chain. Stillwater Ranch is not a house. It is a private state. The price tag? $300 million. 74 acres of land in the dead heart of Aspen. To put that in perspective, people here fight for decades just to own half an acre. You have 74. Your own shoreline on the Roaring Fork River, a cascade of private lakes, and a 27,000 square foot estate. This is a scale that shocks even industry titans. It's an asset passed down like a royal title. The final level. Colorado isn't about pretty views. It is a strategic manifesto. It is a choice for absolute privacy and a level of freedom that is unavailable on overcrowded coasts. Where would you rather thrive? In the gated bunker of Starwood or on the Red Mountain throne? Or will you keep defending your beach paradise while your taxes pay everyone else's bills. I am waiting for your arguments in the comments. Prove to me that sand in your flip-flops is better than owning the horizon in Aspen. Or subscribe if you are finally ready to exit the system and take your place at the peak. See you at the top. Forget everything you thought you knew about Alaska. This isn't a landscape for log cabins and survival stories. This is Alaska Endgame. We're going inside the most gate-kept, high-stakes estates in the 49th state. From 18-car garages to private coastal empires, this is what peak luxury looks like at the edge of the world. Let's ride. Most people think Alaska is just ice and isolation. Real ones know it's a premier tax haven with views that make Malibu look mid. While everyone else is suffocating in the California tax hell, the big players have found the ultimate loophole. We're breaking down 5 properties that redefine remote luxury. No neighbors, no limits, and property taxes so low they feel like a typo. First up, the coastal empire in Ninilchik. This isn't just a house, it's a fortress of solitude. 11 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, and 160 acres of untouched wilderness. You own everything from the towering spruce trees to the coastline of Cook Inlet. It's the definition of wealth whispers, designed for those who want to disappear in a 5-star setting. The damage, $9.8 million. The flex, the property tax is a total steal at just $7,344 a year. In Malibu, a $10 million estate hits you with a $120,000 tax bill every year. In Alaska, you're saving $100,000 annually just for breathing the mountain air. Your only neighbor is a brown bear, and he's way more chill than the paparazzi in Bel Air. Next, the architectural statement in Anchorage. If you want that Succession energy, this lakefront masterpiece is the one. It's an aggressive mix of floor-to-ceiling glass and steel. You're right on Sand Lake, which means you can dock your private float plane at your back door. It screams, "I own the city." The damage, $3,495,000. The tax, you pay for the zip code here, $32,245 a year. In San Francisco, a house with a private dock would have a tax bill that looks like a phone number. This is for the boss who wants to see the sunrise over the water through 30-foot windows. Third, the Collector's Bunker in Hillhaven. This house is a private museum, 16,000 square feet of pure dominance. But the real reason this is a top-tier flex? The 18-car garage. Who needs 18 cars in Alaska? Are you starting a private Uber fleet for polar bears? Or just housing your G-Wagon collection in a climate-controlled bunker while the winter rages outside? The damage, $3,495,000. The tax, $42,384 a year. Even at $42,000, you're getting 4 times the house you'd get in California for a fraction of the Cali tax trap. It's a cheat code for collectors. Fourth, the modern Alpine in Girdwood. Girdwood is Aspen without the snobs. This is a 2024 custom build with ski-in, ski-out elite energy. Imagine coming off the slopes of Mount Alyeska straight into a masterpiece where mountain peaks are framed in every window like fine art. The damage, $2,500,000. The tax, incredibly reasonable at $9,792 a year. Try finding a new build ski chalet in Vail for this price. You can't. You get world-class peaks and a tax bill that doesn't make you want to cry. Finally, the throne at Mount Magnificent. The name isn't marketing, it's a fact. You sit so high you're practically touching the clouds with 360-degree views of the Chugach Mountains. It's got a 6-car garage and finishes ripped from a design magazine. This isn't a home, it's a throne. The damage, $2,195,000. The tax, $23,317 a year. That's the price for the ego of being the highest house on the block and looking down at the clouds every morning. Alaska luxury hits different. It's not about being seen, it's about being free. No traffic, no state income tax, just pure scale. So what's your move? Are you staying in the tax trap states? Or are you taking the $120,000 tax savings into Nilchik and living like a king? Drop a comment with exit plan if you're ready to trade the rat race for the mountain flex. Hit that follow button for more. We're out.